Good morning, America. New warnings as millions hit the road this morning. This massive 33-car pileup shuts down the highway and thousands of flights delayed. This plane slides off a Detroit runway, and firefighters forced to battle this blaze at a snowy ski resort. Now another deep freeze moving in. Wind chills plunge below zero. 20 states from California to New York on alert.
Trump versus the CIA. The president-elect rejecting reports that Russia interfered with the election, trying to help him win.
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's just another excuse. I don't believe it.
Now we're hearing from Russia this morning as lawmakers from both sides of the aisle call for an investigation. Trump's senior advisor Kellyanne Conway joins us live.
Late night verdict. The shooter in that NFL road rage trial is guilty after gunning down former Saints star Will Smith. We hear that bombshell news, the emotional moments inside the courtroom overnight.
And a magical morning for Hollywood's biggest stars. Award season officially kicking off with the Golden Globe nominations for TV.
I'm so proud of you, man.
And movies. Will La La Land sing?
It's very, very exciting.
Moonlight shine? And can Tom Hanks land another win? Who's waking up feeling golden?
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
Good morning, America. We hope you had a great weekend. It is a big morning for the movies here. Golden Globe nominations about to come out, the start of the awards season.
Yes, and speaking of movies, there is a lot of excitement building for Star Wars Rogue One, which opens this week. Some of the first reactions are coming in, and the buzz inside Hollywood is this could be one of the biggest blockbusters ever. We're going to have a lot more on that coming up.
You get to see it tonight.
I'm seeing it tonight. Very exciting.
In the meantime, millions are bracing for that new Arctic blast, even as the Midwest and Northeast still digging out from the snow. Let's take a look now. Those are the roads in upstate New York right now. Albany. Got a big trailer out there right now. People are preparing for a dangerous commute, being told if you don't have to go on the roads this morning, stay home.
And take a live look now at O'Hare Airport in Chicago. We are seeing hundreds of flights delayed and canceled this morning. And then take a look at what O'Hare's parking lot looked like on Sunday. You can see why there were so many delays and cancellations.
Nobody is moving there. Let's go right to Ginger. Latest on those cold alerts from California to New York.
So many people affected, and still 9 days from the official start of winter, right? That solstice coming up. But you've got Idaho, Oregon, through the Dakotas, up through Maine and New Hampshire. That's where we focus in this morning. Rain at the coast along I-95, but you're on I-87 or say I-90 going through Albany like our Rob Marciano is, you could have a very slick commute. Good morning, Rob.
Hey, good morning, Ginger. It's been snowing all night long here in the capital. A little sleet and freezing rain mixing in with a temperature of 30 degrees. We've got behind a salt and plow truck. That's always a good strategy as long as you keep a safe distance. But even so, the roads are very slick. You can feel our tires at times kind of slipping out. The sidewalk slick as well. Doesn't matter what kind of transport you've been using. Travel is difficult to say the least. In Detroit, a Delta flight skidding off the runway on landing.
And Delta 724, we just went into the grass.
All 70 on board safe after an emergency evacuation from the plane's rear hatch.
You know, they did a good job keeping everyone calm and got us all off the plane.
A fire at Michigan's Boyne Highland Ski Resort, injuring at least 12 and leaving dozens of tourists in the cold. Icy roads spawning accidents around the country. Rescue workers rushing to the scene to help dozens who have skidded and flipped off the road. This morning, an icy commute nightmare.
Gotta love this.
Parts of New York getting slammed with over 3 feet of snow this weekend. And in Ohio, up to 30 inches blanketing roadways. Take a look at this 4-lane highway covered in so much snow, it's nearly impassable. The slick roads wreaking havoc over the weekend, causing this 33-car pileup near Flint, Michigan.
We got hit from each direction, pushing us one way, then around to the other way. We were spun around facing the opposite direction.
This morning, officials urging drivers to stay home.
We want the public to ask themselves a simple question. Is this trip really necessary before you leave the house?
Here in Albany, they pre-treated the main roads. That certainly has helped, but the side roads and the hillier terrain is certainly very, very difficult. Nearly 200 plows are working the streets here, 53,000 tons of snow at the ready. Some school closures and delays as they wait for this snowstorm to get out of here this afternoon. Ginger?
And the key word, this snowstorm and this part of the cold, because don't worry, we have a lot more coming. Thank you, Rob. And the nucleus of that next cold shot of air is right now making its way into Canada. Look where it gets by Thursday morning. It feels like 10 below in Chicago, 22 below in Minneapolis. Y'all, the numbers just keep going down on these computer models. By Friday morning, 23 below Burlington, 11 below New York City. Look at all their faces. Everybody's face is like, this is jaw-dropping. I just saw it in real time, all of you.
Yeah, that minus 11 right here is
Yeah.
really something.
21 below in Boston. Whew. So, there you go.
Thank you, Ginger.
Thanks.
We're going to get the latest now on the Trump transition and those new questions about Russian interference in our U.S. election. On Sunday, the president-elect said that the CIA's conclusion that Russia tried to help Trump win the election is, quote, ridiculous, as senators from both parties joined together to call for a new investigation of the claims. Trump senior advisor Kellyanne Conway standing by live. First, let's get the breaking details from ABC's Tom Yamas right here. Good morning, Tom.
George, good morning to you. And President-elect Trump is pushing back on that news as he gets closer and closer to moving into the White House. Trump accusing forces not outside the country, but inside of trying to undermine his presidency. President-elect Donald Trump in the middle of an intelligence drama, rejecting news reports that Russia not only interfered in the U.S. election, but did it to help Trump win.
I think it's ridiculous. I think it's just another excuse. I don't believe it.
Trump claiming politics is behind the story.
I think the Democrats are putting it out because they suffered one of the greatest defeats in the history of politics in this country.
Despite the U.S. intelligence community pointing the finger at Russia, the president-elect refusing to believe it.
They have no idea if it's Russia or China or somebody. It could be somebody sitting in a bed someplace.
Team Trump convinced hacking didn't tip the election one way or the other.
Look, the Russians didn't tell Hillary Clinton to ignore Wisconsin and Michigan, okay? I mean, I know this is this insane analysis. She lost the election because her ideas were bad.
The president-elect also downplaying the daily intelligence briefing.
I get it when I need it. I don't have to be told, you know, I'm like a smart person. I don't have to be told the same thing and the same words every single day for the next 8 years.
2 years ago, Trump attacked President Obama over a similar issue, tweeting, "Fact, Obama does not read his intelligence briefing, nor does he get briefed in person by the CIA or DOD. Too busy, I guess." The president-elect sticking to doing things his way, including with his likely pick for Secretary of State, ExxonMobil CEO Rex Tillerson, who has deep ties with Russian leader Vladimir Putin.
I've known him since 1999, and I have a very close relationship with him.
A plus for President-elect Trump.
To me, a great advantage is he knows many of the players, and he knows them well. He does massive deals in Russia.
Trump's transition also in the spotlight on Saturday Night Live with a surprising DEA pick.
Hello, Jake.
Walter is amazing. He came highly recommended by Steve Bannon.
Oh, yeah. Steve's the best. We've had some times.
That Walter White looks a little suspect. As for Trump's tweet from 2014, the White House said at the time President Obama has never skipped a presidential daily briefing. Another story we're following this morning, Amy, China says it has serious concern about President-elect Donald Trump's latest comments, also in that Fox interview, suggesting he is reconsidering America's relationship with Taiwan. Amy?
All right, Tom, thanks so much. And now our chief investigative correspondent, Brian Ross, joins us now with more on this. And Brian, Congress calling for a big investigation into this matter with the Russian hacking. What do we know right now?
Well, first of all, we heard from the Russians this morning. They call the CIA assessment unfounded, unprofessional, unqualified. But the fact is the Russians did target both Republicans and Democrats during the election. That's according to U.S. and European intelligence officials, as well as members of Congress from both sides of the aisle. The Russians were much more successful, however, with the Democrats than the Republicans, which had a better cybersecurity operation. The Russians got into 2 computers connected to the Republicans, a consultant and a local party, but they did not get to the main computer at the RNC.
The big question, motive here, were the Russians trying to help Trump win?
Well, in this case, other intelligence agencies tell us they don't agree with the CIA. They say what they are now analyzing is that the Russians thought Hillary Clinton was going to win. They sought to weaken her once she was elected. It wasn't so much about going after Trump and getting him elected, according to these officials.
All right, interesting. Brian Ross, as always, thank you so much.
Okay, let's get more on this now from Kellyanne Conway, Donald Trump's senior advisor. Thanks for coming back again today. And you've got senior U.S. intelligence officials responding to Mr. Trump's comments over the weekend. Here's the written statement from a U.S. intelligence official saying that it's concerning that intelligence on Russian actions related to the U.S. election is being dismissed out of hand as false or politically partisan. The inclination to ignore such intelligence and impugn the integrity of U.S. intelligence officials is contrary to all that is sacred to national security professionals who work day and night to protect this country. Pretty stunning rebuttal from the intelligence community there to Donald Trump.
It is, but if you look at the Newsweek article that was posted last night, George, you see another CIA official, counterterrorism expert on the record, which is rare in this instance, saying, listen, we can't rush to judgment. That after that closed-door House Intelligence Committee briefing last week, somebody came out and said, somebody from the FBI said they disagreed that it's, quote, fuzzy and ambiguous at best, that there is a direct nexus between any effort by the Kremlin to hack into this information and the actual election result. And let's be fair, that's what this is for many people. First, it was Jim Comey's fault. Then let's have a recount that wasted millions of dollars and everybody's time that went nowhere. Then it's the Russian interference. Then it's a bunch of people in a movement that we have disavowed many times. How about it just was Hillary Clinton and the message? And I think that they're trying to conflate the two so that we revisit the election
Nobody
results.
here is doing that. And the president-elect isn't just questioning that CIA assessment. He has also questioned the on-the-record assessment of 17 intelligence agencies that Russia was trying to meddle in this election. He says he doesn't believe it. Why?
Because these are all unsourced, off-the-record comments.
Report. No, this is a public
They don't
report
agree,
released in
though.
October. 17 intelligence agencies all saying Russia was part of this.
But what he said yesterday is what he's calling laughable and ridiculous yesterday, George, is the specific conclusion that what Russia did led to his victory and Hillary Clinton's defeat. That's where our beef is. He respects the intelligence community. He's going to be president of the United States.
But you keep saying he respects it, but he's saying he doesn't believe their conclusions. He's saying specifically he does not believe the conclusion of 17 agencies that Russia was involved here.
The conclusion that this helped him win and Hillary Clinton lose. That's what he said very clearly.
But that's Time magazine last week. He says, I do not believe the judgment of the intelligence community that Russia was behind this. Why not?
Behind this meaning the election result. And the other reason
meddling in our election.
The other reason is that's what investigations are for. I mean, if we had the closed-door House Intelligence Committee meeting last week or so, then that's what's happening. It's ongoing. I know Senator McCain on a different network yesterday said that they would go ahead and open up hearings, perhaps bipartisan hearings. Fine. We would never, the executive would never meddle in that. Look, George, let me make very clear. The president-elect does not want interference into our politics. But we also don't want politics into the interference of our intelligence. And that's what's happening now. People are trying to politicize our intelligence because they don't like the election result.
The president-elect's likely pick for Deputy Secretary of State John Bolton has even suggested that this might be a false flag. Is that responsible?
I did read that last night. What I think is most important is the president-elect has allowed a wide berth, a real collection of very qualified men and women for the top spots. Secretary of State is the 4th highest ranking individual in our nation's government. Very important decision. A leading candidate, Rex Tillerson of Exxon, has dealt with Russia for many years. It's not like he's pounding down vodka with Vladimir Putin at the local bar, but he's dealt with him in a business context. And we know we don't have a good relationship with many countries around the globe, including Russia. If, as Secretary of State, Mr. Tillerson, or whomever the president-elect chooses, George, this week, if he can go ahead and improve relationships and advance U.S. interests and advance the Trump doctrine, then we should all welcome that.
So not concerned about confirmation there because some Republican senators, John McCain, Lindsey Graham, Marco Rubio, all questioning Mr. Tillerson's ties to Putin.
And I know that Senators McCain and Rubio will ultimately see Mr. Tillerson as somebody who's advancing U.S. interests, which of course they share. At the same time, that's what confirmation hearings are for. It's incredibly impressive that Rex Tillerson's been at Exxon for 41 years, employs 70,000 people, is in charge of a $320 billion global corporation that frankly is in 50 countries, including Russia, Yemen, China, the developing world, and certainly the Middle East. We need to stabilize the Middle East, and we need somebody, the 4th highest ranking person in our U.S. government, to go around the world and to advance our U.S. interests.
Kellyanne Conway, thanks very much.
Thanks for having me.
All right, George, and turning now to that breaking news overnight, the suspect in that road rage trial accused of killing former New Orleans Saints player Will Smith found guilty of manslaughter, and ABC's Ryan Smith has the latest.
This morning, the man who fatally shot former NFL star Will Smith is a convicted killer. The jury of 8 women and 4 men sequestered since Monday, voting 10-2 to convict 29-year-old Cardell Hayes of manslaughter for gunning down the former Super Bowl champion in a deadly road rage incident, and attempted manslaughter for shooting his wife. The decision stemmed from a traffic incident in April This surveillance video showing Hayes' red Hummer bumped by a car matching Smith's silver SUV. That SUV driving off with the Hummer in pursuit. And moments later, according to police, Hayes allegedly slamming into Smith's SUV, the pair exchanging words, then Hayes opening fire. Smith dead at the scene. His wife Raquel shot in the leg. Hayes' trial attended by a bevy of teammates and coaches of the former New Orleans Saints Pro Bowl defensive end. Hayes testifying in his own defense Saturday, claiming Smith punched me 3 or 4 times, saying Smith then grabbed a gun from his Mercedes. I didn't want to kill Will Smith. I didn't want to kill nobody. I knew for a fact that I was going to get shot, he testified. But prosecutors disputing that account, saying Smith was killed while walking away.
Raquel Smith, spokesperson, telling us the Smith family's main focus is to, quote, see Mr. Hayes justly sentenced for the murder he so callously committed. Now, Hayes' sentencing is set for February 17th, and he faces up to 40 years in prison.
All right, Ryan, thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Going to switch gears now to that big day for Hollywood award season, kicking into high gear this morning with the Golden Globe nominations. Chris Connolly tracking it all.
Yo, Cap, Soup, Batman, step aside, superheroes. 2016's top-grossing non-animated films do not figure to be among today's Golden Globe nominees.
Why do you think that is? Because you like me? Like you.
Smaller movies, like Denzel Washington's Fences and Martin Scorsese's Silence, which still haven't been shown to paying audiences. It's their time to shine.
I've never seen it.
Oh my. You know it's playing at the Rialto.
Among the human-scale cinema likely to earn multiple nominations, La La Land, the exuberantly star-powered musical, and Moonlight, the pitch-perfect drama of an alienated child coming of age.
It seems like he's doing pretty good, huh, considering?
Manifestations of deep grief linked to other top contenders for Globe nominations. The much-praised Manchester by the Sea.
You ready?
Of course. I love crowds.
And the provocative, polarizing Jackie, with Natalie Portman mourning JFK's death.
I can take care of you.
I know that.
There's uplift, too. It might be a good morning for the 2 low-key leads of the powerful Loving, for Meryl Streep, but not in a drama, and singing badly? And for Empires to Raji P. Henson.
Yes, they let women do some things at NASA, Mr. Johnson.
Calculating the numbers for the space program in the forthcoming Hidden Figures.
He titled it Nocturnal Animals, and he dedicated it to me.
Familiar faces are also awaiting news. Amy Adams has 2 succulent performances up for consideration. And Tom Hanks' Ace on the River in Sully could earn him a nomination.
We are unable. We may end up in the Hudson.
All right, on the TV side, expect a healthy serving of fashion-forward nominations. Out with the new, and in with the really, really new. That's just how the Globes roll, George and Amy.
Thank you, Chris. Now we got to go back to Ginger. We got that new storm for the west as well.
Another new storm. So Portland, Oregon, for example, had snow on Friday, then up to an inch almost of ice, and you had those trees falling, the power lines down, so they're still cleaning up from this mess where the roads are closed, and now another new storm making its way in. Most of that coming with that moisture from the Pineapple Express, that river of moisture that kind of pools in and brings the storms. A lot of it going to stay rain at the coast, but certainly into the mountains. You could see some significant snows coming in. Well, now we get to the select cities, brought to you by Burlington.
We always come to Burlington to buy our coats.
And we also come to give them back, to help those in need. Can't beat the brands, the styles, and when we donate a coat at Burlington, we get 10% off our entire purchase. Burlington's been collecting coats for 10 years.
Bring in your coats! Look who's lining up to donate coats and share the warmth. For 10 years, together we've helped keep America warm. And now this year...
It's getting a little cold outside, so I wanted to remind everybody to go and donate a coat.
So go to any Burlington store to donate a coat and be part of our annual coat drive.
We'll have highs today getting into the 50s. It's going to be the warmest day out of the work week, and then temperatures will come crashing down again toward the end of the work week and for the weekend. Take a look at Friday's high, just 29 degrees, so that colder air moving in at the end of the work week. Today, we'll be tracking some showers, and there's even a slight chance tomorrow. I think any freezing rain will stay far north and west of the area today. Next weekend could have a little bit of freezing rain, maybe a few wet snowflakes mixed in with the rain.
Who's pleased with this hit of winter, or many hits of winter? The ski and snowboarders, because you gotta see this video. 120 inches now at Mount Hood this season. At this time last year, only 37. So that gives some perspective. We had no winter to full-on winter.
And they are having a good time. Okay, Ginger, thanks very much. Coming up, Dalia Dippolito, the woman accused of trying to hire a hitman to kill her husband, is now set to take the stand, tell her